Welcome back to the planted courtyard. I'm going to show you in this video some really interesting basic tips on saving plants. Being able to dig a plant up, repot it and make it grow is something that you'll be able to use every year going forward. So let's go into the greenhouse and I want to show you a few things. These plants were recently dug up out of the garden from the ground itself or from ornamental pots, and they've all been cut back quite hard. And they don't look very good, but that's just fine. We want them to thrive the winter. It's not a beauty contest. Now this little plant here is a hibiscus that I recently got from the west coast. It's recovered from its trip. That's going to get repotted into a one-size pot, a little bit larger. Then this is a beautiful white plumbago. This came out of one of my ornamental pots when the roots have been disrupted. So I'm going to show you how to take care of that. You can really easily save plants that you might throw away or they might die because you didn't take care of them. So here is a little hibiscus. I bought this only a week or so ago. Pleased to announce it's got little shoots coming, so he's very happy. This plant is absolutely ready to be potted up. Now on close inspection we've got some roots here, but it's not root bound. When you see roots going round and round, that's to be avoided. I might just give this a little squeeze to loosen it up, but there's nothing wrong with that. These are new roots. These white ones here, that's good. So that root ball is perfect. Now when you get a plant like this, it's very easy to pot it up. What if you get a plant like this? Now this is a plant that I just took out of one of my containers, and very quickly, within half an hour of digging it up, I potted it on. So what happens is that you've got very much a lopsided root ball. Not a lot of root. We've got these here, but what are we going to do is just tease out some of this old compost here. And then you can use clippers, you can use scissors, you can use whatever you want, but it's important not to tear the roots. By cutting these back, it means that I can get a nice balanced location for my plant. So there, that's just fine. Nothing wrong with that. Now, I do want to just take back the head slightly. So we're just going to go in here and cut that back a bit. Now the reason for cutting back the head is that you've cut back the roots. You don't want a very large head with lots of foliage to then be evaporating water, transpiring water, and it dry out. So just by cutting off, what was that, another 25%? This is what, 6 inches long here. We've now got a really good plant that we know will thrive. So let's move on to the magic of potting on and why it is so special. I do reuse potting medium. It's not something I'm against, but I just want to show you from the ground up what I think is the best way. So we've got our fresh potting medium, and I have to say it's your choice. I'm not going to explain to you that one is so much better than the other. And then you can add just a little pinch of fertilizer. Now we are in fall and I don't want these plants to go crazy, but I do want them to grow into this new medium. So adding a little pinch of the fertilizer of your choice just gives them something to get going. And then I think is very important is a little bit of garden soil. Now surely with garden soil I could be introducing all sorts of fungus and problems. Well, that is far outweighed by the fact that that little bit of garden soil means that this is less likely to dry out. That mix helps it stay open and fresh and also helps it work nicely. So I want to do this really quick because I want this to be the shortest video of all time. Always put a little bit into your pot. Here we are about 25% full. Take your plant and offer it in, and you can see how that will be just right.
It's not sticking up, and it's not sunk way down, and it's not to one side. And if there's one thing to learn by this, make sure that you get the center of the crown in the center of the pot. And put a little bit on two opposing sizes. What this does is ensure that you get it central. Having the plant central means that all roots on all sides can now be active. And then with your fingertips around the edge and a little tap, you've got the plant in the center of the pot, and you've got a little bit of a lip here, which means you can put in water. So that's got fresh potting medium, a little bit of garden soil, about 5%, it's not much, and just a little bit of fertilizer. Same with this next one, a little bit in the bottom. Now do offer this in, and you can now see that we're flush with the top, which means that we're too high. There you go, that's better. We've got a little bit of a lip there. Now if you can just scooch it to the center. Now I'm a great fan of this tapping and shaking. That really helps work the growing medium into the plant. And there you go. We've got a little bit of a recess, and we've got a new potter medium on all sides of that plant. We'll put the label back in. This is going to be a fine talking point next year. And that plant is again in the center at the right height. And there's our plumbago. So, if you're repotting plants at this time of the year, the chances are you have a greenhouse or a windowsill or some location with good natural light and a little bit of heat. Put them there immediately, and also immediately give them some water. It's very easy to forget. You think you'll do it. A day goes by, a week goes by, and they're dried out and dead. Thank you for watching The Planted Courtyard. Please like and subscribe, tell your friends, and we'll be back. Bye for now.